Tony, it's end of your tenureship, if you like.
Yes.
You must have had many a very good discussion and banter amongst the committee to sort of help shape the game and have some influence going forward.
Well, it's been quite exciting. The quality of the people who said yes, I'll come and help you, has been outstanding, and people therefore have to listen. And the subject matter has been so varied, from the review of decision by cameras and all that sort of stuff, the reversal of the Test match decision at the Oval when Pakistan and England walked off calling it a draw, but in fact, because Pakistan refused to take the field, they lost the match. All those sort of things. And the more articulate people come with terrific local, I say local, Sri Lankan or New Zealand or West Indies information. And everybody has their platform there. And actually, they just say it as it is, and they've all taken thousands of wickets and scored millions of runs, so you can't really dispute it.
Of course, the game is changing so much these days at quite a pace, but it still takes time for changes to be effected. But the good point here is that this is starting change, and change for the good.
They're worried about Test cricket, and they're worried about the future of Test cricket. Not necessarily here at Lord's, where we get almost a guaranteed good crowd, especially with India playing here. But West Indies v India, that was a poorly attended series recently. South Africa had a bad series where the people didn't come, and we worked out that we have to find an alternative to daytime Test cricket in some countries of the world, and so hence the work and research we've done on day-night Test cricket with a pink ball, and we trialled at it Abu Dhabi, where MCC played the champion county, Notts, and really, it's been very positive and very good, and the idea is getting hot, and it should someday happen, which will be a huge help to countries, Zimbabwe, Bangladesh, where people can't afford to go all the time to Test matches, and day-night would solve a lot.
And of course, associate nations, emerging nations cricket has been played all around the globe. Even talk of it being an Olympic sport. So the future of the game, we're looking to preserve Test cricket, but of course the 2020 and the shorter versions do bring people to the game. In one way, but obviously it'd be nice to get them into playing what may be seen as orthodox cricket.
Well, the last statement has always got to be that the future's in the hands of the young and the very young and our coaches. And we need young kids to be playing cricket. And of course 2020 is a perfect vehicle for them to get started. I took my grandson to watch, I think it was Glamorgan playing Gloucestershire about 3 nights ago. And so exciting for them, it's wonderful. So that has a role to play, there's no doubt about it. And it's just balancing the 3 forms of the game, the 50 over, the 20 over, and Test matches. But talk to a cricketer, a mature cricketer, and all these friends of mine now sit on the World Committee at Lord's. The ultimate test of character, guts, personality, skill is Test cricket, and we must preserve that whatever we do.
I suppose over time people are more remembered from their statistics, if you like, in Test match cricket maybe than some might just their bank balances.
I believe they do. I'm never a student of Wisden or any averages. I really thought the game was the game without the dots and dashes.
Well, so I've got a couple of questions on that. You played in many games yourself throughout your career, and some might have been a little while ago now, but if you were to think of a game of cricket you were involved in that was the best game just because of the game that it was or what happened, is there a game that still stands out?
Well, it is. I was selected to captain England late in my career and went off to India and Pakistan and Ceylon for 5.5 months, 8 Test matches, and the very first Test match I played in, I was captain, which is pretty unusual. I got naught in the first innings. I got 70 not out to win the match in the second. I was man of the match. I thought, well, that's quite a lot to happen in 5 days, isn't it, of one's life? So I'd buy that.
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And if you were to hang your hat on an innings throughout your career, of all the places you've played, at any stand of cricket, is there one that you thought, that was probably my best?
Well, I settle for that because there's no greater pressure ever on me in any sphere than to get 0 to my first Test match when I was captain for the first time and have a match to win with the bat.